Welcome back to the channel. If you guys watch me pretty religiously, you'll know I'm wearing the same clothes as last time. That's because last time I did just one 15-minute video talking about what it means to have a rest day or have a day that you skip doing what you're doing, because yesterday I did that. I had a rest day, quote unquote. I didn't really rest. I actually had something to do, so I couldn't work, and now we're back at it. And I will say, it's getting crazy, man. A lot of things are happening. First cold call today, about an hour ago or 2 hours ago. I stayed on the phone with him for like 40 minutes. And 40 minutes too long because he did not buy. And I sold my ass off, I'm going to be honest. I did not do bad. I actually kind of killed. I did pretty good. And he just wasn't interested. It's one of those people where I was like, oh, you're simply just not interested. And that's okay. That's chill. That's awesome. That's whatever that is. I don't think there was a chance I was going to sell him on anything. He was focused on something completely different than what I'm doing now. So we'll leave it maybe later type shit. I will say, I think the most nuts part, the part that's getting me like, what is happening, is how quickly everything's going by in week 4. And week 4 didn't have much happen. I say week 4 like it's this metaphor. It's like, no, week 4 didn't have much happen until like 2 days ago. I stayed up later than I usually do because I had to. I stayed up till like 12:35, something like that. And so now I'm here with you guys, and I'm waking up a bit later, about 30 to 40 minutes later. But the most nuts part is how it's just like, whoa, we're almost at the end of week 4. You know what I mean? We're at the end of January now. It's already the 27th. For me, it's the 27th right now. So that's nuts. It's nuts. It's new. It's different. You know what I mean? And so the biggest thing I think I'm going to be excited for, I'm going to be looking forward to in the next couple of days is I'm going to see I'm going to see a movie. A nice little movie with my brother. A movie that like we're scheduling it. We're putting it out. We're like setting a date aside, but it's called American Fiction, which is exciting. And usually, I like don't even leave the house. I'm doing this all the time, so that'll be cool to actually do that. And another thing I'm looking forward to is February, actually, just a month, to see what it has in store. Month 2 is going to be so weird. And there's going to definitely be some weird stories and new things, and so I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to see what it has in store for me, because lately, especially, it's really been average day. I wonder if I can get more 10-hour days, maybe hit a 12-hour day, which for me just sounds psychotic. It just sounds. Nowadays, I think I would have something to do. I'm always like, I wouldn't have anything to do. Now I'm like, I'd have something to do for 12 hours. Like, I can pull it off, but it would be psychotic. I would end that day just like drained. But I will say 12-hour day and then doing an 8-hour day would be sick. That 8-hour day would feel like nothing, light work. So I think I might try to pull that off, and it's all exciting. My energy is renewed. I'm not drained. I felt upset that the guy didn't buy because he like thought I was like trying to be a sneaky salesman a little bit, and so that kind of sucked just a little bit. But these are the things and these are the moments that are going to make everything worth it. They're going to make everything at the end. When I look at my system, what I've built in my system, I think I'm going to say, yeah, it all started with these scary moments of making my heart race. Like, oh no, it's like you don't even want clients anymore. Like, I'd rather them not call because 1, I'm too lazy to even answer and go through it. But 2, because I'm scared. And I don't know, scariness has hasn't in the last few years stopped me. Fear has not stopped me at all. Comfort hasn't stopped me. Or uncomfort. I'm not like, I'm uncomfortable, I got to stop. It's like, no, I'm still go, which I find to be one of the more impressive parts about these last few years has been, even though the work has not been as consistent or as almost perfect as these days have been, it was very fearless and so much lack of care about what other people are going to think, who's going to laugh at me for what I do or anything like that. Just didn't even cross my mind, which I find to be pretty admirable. You know, I admire the fact that I did that, and I hope to keep doing that because, like I said, new places, new experiences for me is just a complete whirlwind of anxiety, right? I feel like that's overused, but yeah, definitely anxiety, heart racing. I'm like, wow, I'm like barely even speaking. I'm like so nervous, but like I said, it just doesn't stop me. I keep moving forward, and we keep making these videos, and we keep making, what else am I going to do? You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to do with my free time? It's one of those things where I'm like, might as well. I have enough free time right now where I'm like, screw it, might as well. What's the difference if I do? You know what? A little more fear, a little more pain, a little more of the things I've been ignoring. Let's do it. So, all right. I'm going to continue to cold outreach, and I'll see you guys around in the middle of the day. Let's do it. I just finished a good amount of what I have to do for today. I'm about 2 hours left. I'm 6 hours in, I think, and I'm killing it. Yeah, I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm gonna be frank with you guys. I'm doing great, and I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really invigorated and ready to go. The only thing I'm worried about is there's no podcast to edit. So, and the YouTube video I'm editing today is a really easy one to edit. So I'm like, I might have some layover time. That's what I'm thinking. So if anything, I'll focus more on editing and getting those YouTube shorts perfect. But otherwise, yeah, just straight to Instagram Reels. I'm pretty much done with a good amount of it at 30 minutes before, because then I film a podcast and film this. So around 30 minutes before, I'll like set a timer for that and then hop right into this. And I always want to be, or hop right into a podcast rather. And I always want to be prepared. Like, I never really go into it thinking to myself, like, oh, this is going to be something really, really emotional or really there. No, it's like, I'm just doing it to do it. You know what I mean? I finished Succession, which is pretty big. I finished season 2, and I've already seen the show, so rewatching it, I just wanted to rewatch seasons 1 and 2. So I started this show called House MD, which is another show I've seen, but last time I saw it, I must have been 12 or 13 years old, tops, probably 11. So me and my brother used to watch it back in the day. So that'll be an exciting one. I started it, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting flashbacks and all of that. Yeah, I can't believe how quickly and nicely I bounced back, because I'm in it. Like, I'm really in it right now. And right, like I said, right after this, I'm gonna be going into some what's it called, Instagram Reels, and filming those, which I love filming. At this point, I've been getting really good at them and memorizing like the right exact wording to articulate my point better for you guys. And it's been such a blast being like having the opportunity almost to even be in this position that I'm in right now. And I always say that. I mean, I say that all the time, but it really is true. I mean, it's unbelievable today how grateful I've become, where I'm just like, what are these problems that I think I'm dealing with? Like I said, I love this quote by Alex Hormozi. I've said it so many times on podcasts, on YouTube. I'm going to keep saying it. If it's not going to be a problem in 3 months, not that big of a problem. That's not, I'm paraphrasing, obviously. It's not the quote, but it's so true. It's like, it's not, a lot of these things I'm doing are not really going to bother me 3 months from now, or even 1 month from now, or a week. What am I worried about? I mean, actually, what am I worried about? I'm living the life. You know what I mean? To a certain extent, I really am. It's like vacation. I really do get to do this. And I think everything else is a bonus. You know, a lot of the dopamine stuff that I say, it's like the dopamine you can get from money, right? And the tricks and amazement that money can actually bring to people, like to people who maybe someone like a businessman would give it away. The feeling of that, right? That feeling, it's all the above, even the fun stuff like the boats. You know what I mean? It's jarring how quickly my mood just went. Dude, what are you doing? I just got into this flow state, and it usually doesn't happen now. If you watch the channel, usually the second one I'm feeling a little bit down, and then by the third is when I'm in it, just ready to go, because I'm about to be done. So I'm like, all right. So yeah, I have to do some Instagram reels. The shorts, honestly speaking, the shorts lately have been so articulate to the level of like, dude, I get impressed with myself. I'm like, nice, man. Good job. You know what I mean? I give myself a pat on the back sometimes on that. But yeah, I also talked about this before. I listen to music now. I was listening to 2000s rock, and usually I'd listen to rap, a lot of rap. Like 2023, that was like all my music was rap. I primarily was listening to rap, and it was awesome. I was like, all right, yeah, man. Let's do it in the end of 2022. So that whole year, now I'm kind of just like taking a back seat to it, to rap, and just listening to everything. Broadening my horizon, just listening to whatever I can, being like, all right, yeah, that old one that I used to listen to, and branching off into new areas. Also, rock, in terms of working out, rock music has been awesome. You know what I mean? I don't talk about that enough. Rock music while working out is just as good, if not better, than having rap for me. It's making me so hype. All right, so I'm going to go film these Instagram reels, podcast, do what I need to do, and I'll see you guys after all that. Let's do it. So I finished everything I have to do for the rest of the day, baby. We did it. We're here. We made it. I'm glad you guys are with me on this one, because it was a tricky ride, Today felt like a whole 3 days in one. I was everywhere, but at the end of the day, it really feels, right now at the end of the day, literally, it feels wholesome. And it feels like a habit that I'm just doing over and over again and being great at. I don't feel like I'm in any way hindered or feeling any type of setback. I feel like I'm in my groove, and even if moments that I thought were going to go better didn't, or my expectations and reality didn't meet, whatever. You know what I mean? Actually, whatever. It's not really going to bother me tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll have something else that'll be a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? Like a pain in the ass. It doesn't ever really, for me, it hasn't yet. It hasn't stopped. You know what I mean? It hasn't stopped and just been like this one pain in the ass for the last 9 months. It's like, no, it's short term. So why would I affect my decisions, my long-term decisions, if it's short-term pain? Doesn't make sense, right? I wanted to talk to you guys actually about something very, very heartwarming for me, which is I've been deciding lately to really sit down when I sit down and I talk to my family, or I sit down and talk to anybody, to really focus on what they're saying. I felt this a lot on the cold call I had today, because I was really listening to what he was saying. Because you have to give a shit. You have to. That's the only way you're really going to get a sale. You're going to get, any type of real conversation, right? And you'll get to the meat of something. So if we don't get to the meat of anything, I feel this deep feeling of unpleasure. It's like it's not fun to be with someone and not feel anything, not hear them. That's not fun. That's not progressive. It doesn't move us forward in the right direction. It just halts us, I think. And I don't want to be halted anymore. I don't want to be halted by my own thoughts, by my own actions or feelings. I want to make the decision based on my brain and what I think I should be doing. And at the end of the day, whatever happens, happens after that. Today is day 27 for me. I think it's day 29 for you guys. It'll be tomorrow, day 29. So we're getting close to 30. We're moving up on 30. And like I said, it's close to the end of the month, which is actually really warm outside for January, which is really, really cool. I really appreciate that. Whoever controls the weather, God, whoever, thanks for that one. I appreciate that one. It's been awesome weather-wise. And I can't really complain in terms of this either. It's also been really awesome. And I think that there's moments when I lose it, and I get so flustered and so shocked that like I said, I lose it. But then it all comes back, because in the end, it really does. It really does all come back to this feeling, this guttural. It's almost guttural. It's like this certainty. Absent-minded certainty, maybe. Still certainty. That I'll do this. I can pull this off. Maybe it's, I don't know about absent-minded, but maybe it's delusional for some people, which is fine. For me, it's certain. For me, the amount of time that I put into this, the amount of research, just a matter of time. That's all it is. And I hope I make you guys happy out there. If you're on your journey and you're doing what you can and you're fighting the good fight, if you know what I mean, then I hope I can be a sort of inspiration for you guys too. Because maybe you're on your journey. Maybe you're feeling the same way I'm feeling. And maybe you're acting the same way I'm acting. Maybe even better, hopefully even better. I hope you're doing even better. You're even more of the person you want to be, the man you want to be, the woman you want to be, whatever it is. It's awesome, but the literal meaning, like awesome. You know what I mean? I'm like in awe. Every day that I cross off the days and I'm in the 20s. Like day 27, day 20. We're going into nomad. You know what I mean? No man's land now. We're going into some territories that I have never really been in before. Going this long stretch. It's great. So on that note, I'm gonna end the podcast here, and or rather the YouTube video. I'm gonna end the YouTube video here. So on that note, I'm going to end the YouTube video here, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.